Right? Where'd you know? Oh, and Chinda. Okay, so with those hand weights waiting off to the side, we'll find a Pilates stance, and we're just going to take a nice breath in. Reach out, lift your chest up. Good. Exhale, just push down 2 giant marshmallows. Don't come into a big bow. Just let your head drop and your back of your neck stretch. And a big reach up. Good. And then pressing down. And again, those 2 giant marshmallows, back of your head, back of your neck stretching. Good. And again, out as far as you can. Open up your armpit, slide it outwards. Good. And then press. Good. And one more time. Up, lift that chest, upper back. Good. And exhale, press. High, Chinda. Good. All right, let yourself come up, and we're going to take just arm up, circle into a windmill. Good. And a nice big inhale. And exhale, shh. And again, I want you to think of inhale, lifting your armpit or moving your armpit, and then exhale, pushing down a big giant marshmallow. Yeah? Inhale. And exhale. Good. I'm noticing that. Holy cow, what did you do? So if you're like Chinda and you're feeling very stiff up here, or if you have a shoulder issue, you can take it and make it smaller, and you make elbow circles, and you point your elbow out and literally imagine making a little circle on the wall. Just to loosen that up, and then you should hopefully find you can get a little bit bigger circles, and then maybe your arm will free up and shoulders will free up. Yeah? Okay. And then let's put hands on hips, and we're just gonna have a tiny little plie. So we inhale as we bend those legs. Sit there for a moment. Maybe you feel the stretch through your Achilles or down in your soleus. Good. Shift your weight back onto your heels. Good. Then exhale, push through your feet very slowly in a 4 count. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1 as we come up. Good. Inhale, come down. Good. Exhale, just breathe there. Again, sink into that. See if you can shift your weight back onto your heels, keeping the big toe and pinky toe down. Good. All right. Take another inhale and exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. One more time. Inhale down. Good. Sit into it a little bit. Open those knees. Good. Shift your weight back onto your heels. Good. Hopefully that gives you a little sensation of your glute loading right there. Good. And then inhale and exhale. Pull the back of your legs together for 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Good. All right. Let's take us into parallel. Good. And then arms come forward. And we inhale and exhale, reach forward. Inhale, stay there. Big inhale. Good. Exhale, come back up, pressing to those feet. Collarbones open. Good. Inhale, exhale down. Pull your tail away from those hands. Good. Big inhale, exhale through the feet. Good. Next one, we're going to stay down. Inhale, exhale down. Good. Then we'll take your right hand, sweep it back, look at it. Good. Bring it forward and sweep the other way. Look at it. Good. All right. Now check your knee. See my knee collapses here. See if you can keep that knee forward. That's going to make you have to work a little harder for that rotation. And that's okay. That's it. Good. And then when you get even sides, sit a little deeper back and then pull those arms back. Lift your chest up nice and high. Good. That's it. Good. And then sweep those arms forward. Coming into bow. Lift the back of your spine up, right? Slide it up your wall. Then start the bow. Good. Big inhale. Feel your back expand. Exhale, come just up to neutral. Good. Big inhale. Lift your spine up the back, up the wall behind you. Good. Exhale, bow. Good. Big inhale, expand your back and all the way up. Good. All right, let's do one more time. Inhale. Lift your back up the wall. Feel how that almost looks like I'm starting to bend? Yeah. Good. Exhale. How good. Stretching. Good. Big inhale. Fill up that back. Good. And then all the way up. Good. And then we'll let those arms come down. We're going to do standing rolling like a ball. So that looks like this. We haven't done this one in ages. I think it's been 3 years at least. We're going to do just a gentle version. So we step back and then round in, right? So we're back and we round. So this is pubic bone, belly button pulling in. Here's me doing it wrong. This is chest just falling, right? Scooping, collapsing. I know. Oh, here's the other thing. Here's me scooping, but also collapsing. Can you see that? So I see by the look on your face that you recognize that sensation. So if you feel like you have the scoop, right, and it's coming from here, not by this, then I want you to add in your knee, tuck it in and back. So it's not a hard tuck on this one, right? I don't want you to pull so hard that you collapse it. I want you to just keep the scoop and then tap back. Try about 6, right? So you've done about 4 to 6 with your foot on the ground, and then about 4 to 6 getting that up. This is our ability to properly put on our socks and shoes in the morning. Yep, get our feet in our pants. Good. And then when you get those, pause, let yourself open up. You should hopefully feel a nice little stretch through the front of that hip. Good. And then stand tall and switch sides. Yeah. So at your own pace. Giving yourself that moment to feel the curve. And don't be surprised if finding your C curve in your standing feels different from side to side. On this side, I can immediately see that I want to create it from my knee. Some of you create it from your shoulders or the collapse. In this direction, some of us might do this to make it feel like we're using this. Yeah? So that's another way to be aware. And same thing, when you get your connection, then you can add in your knee lift. Whew. So again, if this is your weirder side or the one that engages differently, your balance might also be different as you try to maintain that better connection. That's it. Hi. Oh, good. And then Margie, let your head move with your spine. So instead of letting it stay here, you're up and then in, right? That's it. Yeah, let it come back up. Good. Good. Your new haircut is telling me. Good. That's it. Good. Yeah. And then when you get your 6 and 6, we're going to have a little curtsy just to stretch with. So if you take your foot behind you, remember foot minders, foot is down, foot movers, foot is up. We're going to reach up to the side and open up that side. Good. And then lift with energy into the other side. Find your length. That's it. Good. Good. As you lift that arm, again, think of armpit lifting, not shoulder lifting, right? Lift it from the bottom. There you go. Good. And last one. Find that length. There you go. Good. And up. All right. So let's pick up our hand weights. We should be nice and warm in all the parts. Yes. Let's see. So something heavy for your legs, right? Legs and hips. Legs and hips. The foundation of our spine. Hi. So when we're holding our weights, I'm going to show you me holding them wrong. Can you see that? Can you see why? So my shoulder blades are pulled back, but they're pulled so far back that it's causing my torso to jut forward, and my hands are almost behind my side midline. right? This is where my body should be. Yeah, so just check you. Good. Okay, feet in parallel. We're gonna start with just 4 little squats. Booty goes back, push through your feet, standing nice and tall. That's it, good. Booty goes back. Push it back, yes. Good. Good, big inhale on the way down. Good, and then we're gonna do a simple little rotation. So we rotate to the side, still squat. So you have one weight slightly behind you, one slightly in front of you. Rotate as you stand. Other side, rotate to the side, down, press through your feet, back to center. Good, rotate, down, press through your feet. Good, hopefully you're feeling, as you press through your feet, your low abdominals lifting to help you. Yeah, good. That's it. Good. Let's do one more each way. No, what they're talking about is this, right? If you do this, but that's also not correct, because think about when you have to throw something, when you have to drag something, right? So Robin's asked a fantastic question. Is people tell you not to lift and twist, but you do it all the time. And that is the moment when most people throw out their backs because their bodies are not strong enough to do it. So in movement science, there is a lot more talk about we need to get out of just a straight squat, because that's not how we pick things up. We pick things up to the side all the time. So yeah, it's a very good question. Yeah, super good question. Now, we're doing it in a very controlled way. I wouldn't want you to do it in some kind of crazy way. So we go to the side, right? And sit back, frame your foot, press straight up. Good, same side again. Frame that foot, press straight up. Good, collarbones nice and wide. So watch, if your collarbones are starting to sink forward, that's gonna hurt your neck. And if they go back, that's gonna hurt your low back. So keep them nice and square. Good. Oh yeah, Robin, I could talk about that There's a guy called, his Instagram I think is called Beard All You Can Be. Beard All You Can Be? Because he's got a big beard. But he does these cute little videos about if we moved through life the way we train traditionally in a gym. It's so funny. Because so then let's do one more. And then we'll go the other way. Just right into it. Booty back. Find your foot, abs up. Yes. Booty back. And up. Good. And then again, Margie, make sure you get all the way up. Open your shoulders. There you go. Good. Nice, Nara. I saw that. Okay, those shoulders. Good. Good. Keep breathing. I think this is our last two. Good. And last one. Nice. Happy, strong hips. Good. And then we'll just move our heavy weights out of the way. Safely out of the way where their hair or stub their toes on them. All right, great. And then we're going to do our roll downs to the mat. Yeah? So, when you're ready, you guys are all old pros. 3 roll downs. The 4th one we'll walk out to our plank. And then once you get to your plank, Just hold it long enough for you to get that spinal extension, right? That upper heart reaching forward. Okay, so how many of you started with your bow, with your roll down? I think Chinda did. I know I saw that. But remember this sensation of sliding your back up the wall? And then when you come back, are you placing it back up your wall? Because I saw two of you just go, okay, I'm up. Not pointing, but I'm pointing. Yeah, right? It's not a throwaway. Good. Yeah, that looked better. I saw that. Good. Good. So I think Robin and Dave were already on their last one. you didn't come back up, so I figured, okay, they must be down there. So if you've had your plank moment, you've had 2 breaths, and you are ready to keep going, then you can keep going. You can gently roll yourself down to the mat. And then arms are going to come up to the sky. We're just going to shrug for a moment, pull the top of the arm bone back toward the floor. So a lot of people will say put your shoulder blades on the floor, and that's not correct. You want your arm bone to come back, and then that will encourage your shoulder blades to flatten against your ribs. We want to turn on the serratus and get it to stabilize that shoulder for you. Good. And one more. Good. All right. Now again, your arm is the wheel spoke. Your spine is the outside of the wheel. Roll yourself up without letting your spoke drop. Yeah? Good. Inhale and exhale back down. Big inhale, feel it expand. Exhale, peel. Good. And then back down. That's it. Good. Good. All right. Then we're going to take our right leg, lift it into tabletop, extend it all the way out so it hovers over the floor. Good. Now exhale, bring it in as you come up. Big inhale, extending it out as you come down. Take it slow so you can feel your abs having to hold on. Exhale up. Big inhale. So that low abs plus the inhale into your back should get you that sensation of your back expanding into the mat. Yeah? Makes sense? And one more. Good. Good. And then you can exhale. Keep your head down. Just bring your right foot back to home. Good. Arms return back to the sky. Exhale, left leg is up. Good. Oops, what am I saying? Now I have to do it backwards. We're going to inhale, extend that leg out. Then exhale up into your bow. Good. Inhale, come out. That's it. Good. Make sure that inhale is sending that air down low. And then if you're having trouble filling it up down low, and you feel like you're suffocating in your throat, try the sniff. All right, get that extra sniff to encourage it to come down. Good. And last one. Good. That leg can stay out. The right leg is going to extend also. Good. And then we're going to roll up. And we're going to roll up with a low scoop today. The hands are going to be right to our sides. Of course, you can default to hands high, but I want you to try low first. So inhale, prepare. Exhale, push your heels down and scoop your hands forward. Now keep pulling your abs back, eyes to your pubic bone as you round forward. If you can reach your feet, you can pull. If you can reach your legs, you can pull. My spine minders, make sure that your hip is coming forward more than your back is bending forward. Yeah? Scoop your belly in, and we're going to round right back. Arms low. Good. Inhale, those arms can come all the way overhead. Exhale, start your bow. Arms scooping forward and low, collarbones open. That's it. Yes, good. I see that. Good. Again, abs pull back. Everybody. Hip bones, especially forward, my minders. Good. Rounding back. Good. That's it. Good. And last time. Scooping low. Pulling those abs back away from those fingertips. Yes. Nice. Roll there, Nara. I saw that. Good. This time on the way back, can you go right into your rollover? So you're going back. Palms flip down, legs together, push strong against the ground, and then you're upside down. So spine minders, you must make sure that your spine is lifting and do not want to see a collapse here into the small of your back. And if you need to, put your hands there and help yourself get off of them. If you're not sure that you're doing it with a lift, right, with that sense of lift, then give yourself support the whole way down and push your spine toward your hands as you go down. Your upper body might roll up in that case, but that's okay. You're keeping that spine length. Does that make sense, my minders? Okay. You missed some of it. I know, I was upside down working, Mona. So if you can keep your hips long, feel like you're constantly pulling them away from your head, that's the goal. They never get to sit into your mid-back. Yeah. Yeah, nice control. Very good. Good, good. Good. All right. And then how many is that? Anyone counting? Is that 4? Good. So if that's 4, we're going to let the left leg go down. We're going to do archival leg circles, which means with the right leg up, the right leg crosses your midline and the hip gets to roll. As you exhale down, inhale, bring it around because that inhale stabilizes you. Exhale lets you twist. Inhale encourages you to be stable and centered. That's it. And we'll do 5 each way. And so remember, it's that exhale down. So now you have to work when you reverse on actively pulling across, using that exhale to counter the twist. And when you get your 5 each way, you can switch directions. Where's that pillow? Where's that pillow? Nora, can you imagine lengthening down your right leg a little further so that you're more pressing the back of your upper heel down, if that makes sense. It's going to change how you feel your balance, and that's okay. Yeah, there you go, a little longer. Good. And then Chinda, when that right leg comes forward, you're going to try to keep your tail and your pubic bone heavy and down so that it's not compressing your spine with each circle. Good. Did you switch legs yet, Margie? Okay, good. Just checking. Good. And then if you happen to be one of those who is done with your circles, no rush if you're still going through them. You'll catch up because all we're doing is rolling up and then rolling back down with a leg slide. And you're going to do that 3 times, and then you get to rock and roll gently up to sitting. But remember, I want you to feel that rumply mat. And then you can gently rock and roll up. And then those of you who are movers, you roll. And those who are minders, we have a couple of choices. We can do small, right, balance rolls, or we can come gently down and do small little lifts. And these are harder than they look like because we're trying to make them small enough so that we can control them going down, right, with those legs here. And that way we get that nice gentle bit of vibration and pressure on the lumbar to help build a little bit of bone activity. I don't think I can roll today. Oh, okay. Isn't that one called Happy Baby? Is that right? Is that right? Oh, nice. Okay, so feel like you got about 6 good ones? Yes. Then find yourself on the floor. We're going to take our feet and let them open wide for just a moment. Good. And arms up to the sky. We're going to inhale, exhale up into our bow right through the middle. Press the soles of your feet together and then open your collarbones as you take your hands to the outside of your thighs. Press down, allow that to allow you to bend a little bit more and then come all the way down. So I'm going to talk about that as we go. Inhale, exhale up. What's that? Press up with your hands. So your hands come under your thighs. Push upward. That should create a sensation in your abdominals of really dropping in to your body. And that should allow you to bend through your upper back a little bit more. Here's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see you pulling yourself up so now you're only balancing on your lumbar. I want you to be able to find that little bit of bend right here at the low thoracic, where the low 4 ribs are. Yes, Margie, good job. She's like, here, right here. Yep. Just a little. Yeah. And feel your thigh equally pushing down into your hands. And get that low smiley going on. Try one more. Good, because then you're going to do your single leg stretch. We're going into the 5s. So I want that sensation on. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, exhale, bring those legs into tabletop. Exhale up into your bow. Extend one leg out, and here we go with single leg stretch. So the one leg stretch. So stretch it out, right? When Joseph Pilates says stretch, he doesn't mean stretch in a nice, lovely, cozy way. He means find your length. That's it. Good. That's it. Shh. Good. And then we go into the double leg stretch. So 2 legs finding their length. Heels together. We're lifted in that bow. Exhale. Hollow your body. Good. Pull it back in. And hollow that body. Good. Here's that plie that we did earlier. It's just deeper. Can you find the back of your legs just like you did during that plie as you stood up? Good. One more. Good. Very nice. Come down for just a moment. Reset. You might find that your head came down all by itself. That's why we reset. All right. When you come out here into the long position, so Nara's asking why is it it's hard to straighten your legs here? Two factors usually. One is quad is not strong enough to pull the leg straight, and or the hamstring or the top of the calf is very tight and they will inhibit the quad from straightening all the way. In general, that would be the two main things. The third thing could be abdominals are literally telling your body, we're not strong enough to take this all the way out. Don't go there. Oh, you're talking about specifically in turnout? So you can do it, you can straighten all the way in straight leg, but not in turnout. Here, you guys. Here, hang on, Nara. I want to keep everybody moving. Legs up to the sky. Hands behind your head. You're in your bow. Squeeze those legs together and then lower down. Inhale, pause. Exhale, scoop your belly in. Bring them back up. Flex at the top just to find that length through the back of your legs. And then go again. So I'm sorry, Nara. Now that we're all going. Yeah. So you probably have a what? Exactly. Yeah. So Nara's noticing that when her heels are apart, but in external rotation, she can straighten her legs. But when she pulls them together, it's much harder. So she's probably got, I'm gonna guess, a lateral ham tendinosis, right? Is that one? That's too tight to pull in. Good. How are we doing? Robin has paused. Okay, we have to wake Robin back up, you guys. We took too long. So we're here. Come on, let's do scissors. Wake her up. Ta-da! And then we'll all get straighter legs too. So the single straight leg stretch. Here we go. Exhale. Good. Now, can you keep your hands still and kick your legs sharp into those hands? I almost didn't get that one. That's it. Sharp. Good. And last one on each side. Good. Very nice. And those legs together. And we come back down. Good job. Heels aiming at your sits bones, collarbones open. We're going to round up into a bridge. So hips are off the ground. Good. Now if you're tight through your shoulders and neck, sometimes taking those arms overhead here and then rounding down like a breathing bridge can help you get a little looser. Feel free to try that out. That's it. Good. And then inhale and exhale, roll up. Good. And then overhead. And rounding down. And really pull your spine. Again, think of your armpits lengthening away. Yeah, feel good? One more. Did you ask me a question, Dave? So let's do this. Let's take your hands to your sides. We're going to do some marching bridges. And we're going to start off alternating. So we'll lift the leg into tabletop as we press down with the other foot. So it's going to be up and come all the way down. Inhale, because I want you to reset here. Exhale, switch. All the way down. Big inhale. Exhale. Big inhale. Place your feet. Good. And then Margie, make sure your feet don't get under you as you come down. Let them come a little bit away so we get more glute help. Yeah, it's going to feel weird to you. Let them come a little further. That's it. A little more open angle. Sorry. Good. Good. Does this feel like the fourth or fifth one on each side? Good. And then if it is, put both feet down, keep your hips up. We're going to step them to the corners of your mat. Find your neutral line, so your pubic bone should be aiming away from your nose, not pointed up at the sky, right? Your pelvis, this is up, this is neutral. Can you see that? All right, now we lower in neutral, and we raise in neutral. Good. Aim your pubic bone and tailbone away from you as you lift. Yep, lower and lift. It might not be as high if we're keeping that neutral line. Right? Might not be as high if we keep that neutral. Nara, were you asking a question? Oh, okay. It was just weird. All this garbly noise came from your side, and I thought I was stopping you. Good. Oh, that's crazy. Your camera picked that up. Good. So again, hopefully feeling a little of those glute muscles, but also if we're holding that neutral line, that nice hollow in your belly, yeah? Good. And one more. Good. Now holding those hips up, press into your right leg, lift your left one to center tabletop. Put the right one back down. Press the right leg down. Lift your left leg to center tabletop. Put the left one back down. So it's not outs and ins, it's wide marches. Except for the leg is coming to center, going back down. Good. What I want you to feel is the working leg, the one that's holding you up, stronger as you lower the moving leg. Right? We're not falling into that hip. We're keeping that hip lifted nice and strong. And Nara, you're going to press those heels. Really give me the heel push. That's good advice. I like it. So for those of you watching the replay, Tinda said she learned that if something feels cool and interesting, she should probably only do one or two. I am guilty of overdoing the things that I really love in movement. That is the truth. All right. So good. Everyone feel like you got 4 to 6 on each side there? We should be feeling all around the hip, from the underside where it attaches to the pelvis, up around into the glute to the side. I hope. That is our goal. All right. Legs to the corners of your mat. Arms up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, pull your abs back as you roll yourself up. Good. And then spine stretch forward. So spine minders, if you keep your hands higher, you're less likely to overflex, right? So that's a nice little tip for you guys. Spine movers, if you are an overflexor, put your hands up. It will help you pull your abs away from those fingertips, right? What is overflexing? It's when you just collapse, just like when we were talking earlier about that fake C curve. So that's me collapsing. Here's me pulling back. Can you see the difference? Collapsing down, pulling back. Yeah? Okay. So go. Your very best next two. It's your Only as far as you can keep your abs pulled back, right? Hands high or low, doesn't matter. No, 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 no. This is a spine stretch. So we're up, pulling back, and then up again. Sorry, Dave, sorry. All right, and then when you have yours, then we're going to bring your legs together and we're going to transition over into a swan. So hands together, feet stacked, find the sides of your feet, lift up. Now flip your hips around. There is your twist to snake. Yeah. Then you can put your hands square to your plank and then gently lower yourself down. And then you're ready for your swan. So start with your baby swan. Find the back of your legs. Lift your kneecaps off the mat, but pads of the toenails stay down. We're going to inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale and exhale back down. Good. And then I think today, just not that anybody looks particularly bad, but just because I feel like your shoulders and mid-back could use it. Let's come up. And then on your next exhale, while you're lifted, legs active, raise your hands off the mat, higher than your elbows. That's it. And then gently lay that back down. Inhale and exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, raise those hands. And again, think higher than your elbows. I love how people's fingertips are trying to get higher. Keep your wrists straight so you can tell what's really lifting. There you go. I know, straighten those wrists, straighten those wrists. So good, and back down. I'm gonna watch because some of you fixed it and then as soon as you took your eyes off it, your hands went back up. So you can try making a fist and then rev your motorcycle. Rev your motorcycle, Nara, on that right side. Rev it. Other way. There you go. Rum, rum. There. So that's down. Now lift your fist higher than your elbow, or but don't stop revving. There you go. We've all been doing it wrong, getting those fingers up. I know. Isn't it funny? It's such a subtle little difference, but then it changes our activation. Now you know what the big deal is? Is that what you said? Good. All right. So we can press into our hands now against the floor. Elbows are close. And then just come up as far as your spine is comfortable, but no further than your pubic bone. And so that pubic bone needs to stay on the ground. And then we gently lower down. There we go. Good. That's it. Now when you come up, Chinda, can you lift your throat with you? Don't let your head lag behind. That's a better one. That's a better one. Good. All right. And one more. Nice job. Very nice. Okay. Hands under our foreheads. Collarbones easy, right? Collarbones easy. We're going to lift both legs off the mat. Keep your pubic bone pressed into the mat. Good. And then lower them down. And lift. Nice exhale. Inhale, they lower. Yeah? Good. So I want you to feel like your pubic bone is pressed down. If you feel the front of your hips heavy in the mat, maybe even consider putting a little towel under your hip bones just to help orient your pelvis toward your pubic bone. Yeah, good. Oh, you guys, good job. I see very little neck hunching here. There used to be so much of it in the room. Look at that. Look at how much progress, right? And I'm talking about that thing where everyone shrugs their shoulders or humps up their back, right? Everyone's upper back is staying pretty relaxed now. Good job, gang. One more lift. Open those legs in a lateral scissor to the corners of your mat. Pull them back together and lower. Good. And lift. Inhale, open. Exhale, center. And down. Lift. Inhale. Exhale. Good. We're going to do 2 more like that. Reaching out to the corners as long as you can make the back of your leg. And then the next one, we're going to hold it at the corners. Good. Flex your feet. Bend your knees. Pull those heels together so they're over your butt. Push them upward, keeping your pubic bone down. Good. Kick them back out to the corners, toes pointed. Flex. Bend. Lift, pubic bone down. Point out to the corners. Flex. Bend. Lift, pubic bone down, point, corners, last round, flex, bend, lift, point, out to the corners, back together, and down. Nice job. Coming up onto all fours. You can sit back in a child's pose if that feels good. Some of you might like a cat better. Good. Yep, whichever feels good. And then we're coming into body balance. So on all fours, happy dog tail, collarbones open, throat's lifted. So watch that the jaw doesn't jut forward. Keep that jaw lifted up, that throat and jaw. All right, we'll slide that left leg back and up. And then I want you to notice what happens to the other side. See my bent elbow over here? That's a clue that I'm shifting way to the right. So I want you to push yourself back to center before you lift that arm up. Hold it for 2 breaths, finding that length. Good. And then bring it back in. Switching to the other side, same thing. Check your arms. They'll tell you secrets. And then lift. Hold it for 2 breaths. Throats up. Good. And then back down. Good. Yes. All right. So do 2 more sets on each side. Your own pace. Right? Find that concentration of where your center is. Make sure your limbs are pushing you in that direction. Your big ones. Your hips. Your shoulder. Good. Check that your supporting elbow is soft, not locked. It's going to feel different when you soften it, and that's okay. Right knee, left hand. Breathing. Yes. Okay. So Well, could be a couple different things. So this is a great question. Nara's noticing that when she's on her right knee with her left hand down, wait, right knee down, left hand down? Is that what you said? What? I think I misheard it. I think I'm right knee. Oh. So you want to think of like an accordion into your left side. If you might have noticed, you guys, I'm sitting in a mermaid. And we're going to keep a hand on the ground first. Put this hip down as much as you can. If this is not comfortable for your hips, find a way to make it comfortable. I don't want you to suffer. So you could sit on a block or a roller up higher. And for some of you, that feels really good to let this be a smaller space or a more open space. Yeah, that's. You could also sit with your legs forward if that's better on a little bit of a block. Yep, so get yourself up to your center. For me, it's really hard. Then you're going to take your hand off and put your hands behind your head. We're going to sink weight into this sits bone, whether you're up high or down low. We're just going to side bend, little side bend. Exhale, pull your abs up to center. Yes, throat in, little side bend. That's it. Little side bend. Good. Are you keeping this hip down? So you want to feel it wrap under into this sits bone. Good. Now, on purpose, we're going to tip, but we're going to keep our spine long. We're going to keep this knee down as much as we can, but the hip comes up and we come back to center. So we're working on just being able to keep our hip and rib in neutral. So I'm not side bending. I'm tipping onto one leg here. Good. And then coming back down. Tip and reach this one down. Good. And one more, tip and reach, because the next one we're going to put it together. We tip and reach, and we see if we can side bend a little more. And then we come back to neutral, and then come back down. So this is from the short box work on the reformer. Tip, side bend, abs should pull up to save you. Good, back up. Good. All right. So now you have an idea what you're doing. There's a couple of you that I want you to just be a little mindful of. As you tip, you're actually curling under, or as you side bend, you're curling under, right? Just letting yourself bend. Yeah. Good. Last one. Last one. Good. All right. That hand can come down. We're going to reach all the way over. Push through the heel of your hand, stretch that open. Good. If it feels good to you, can rotate toward the ground. Some people love that big cross back stretch. And then I'd like everybody to open toward the sky. And as you do, you want to push down strong with that supporting hand. Really push it. There you go. That's it. See if you can get a little rotation toward the ceiling. Good. And then back to the side. Then use that hand to lift you with some energy. Zoop. Good. And then all the way up. And again, it's the front quarter, side quarter, back quarter. I can't quite tell. All of it. So everyone get your hips down, and again, if you need to adjust, maybe give yourself height. It might be different from one side to the other. We're going to find that wrap, hold that down. Good. And then just side bend. Keeping this down, keeping this pulled under here. That's it. Nice, Chinda. Yeah, keep that in, keep that in, keep that in. So we're not going to fall out here yet. Good. Good, Robin. That's it. Good, that's it. Oh, you guys look good in this direction. So Nara, watch out for this shoving out to bend. I want you to imagine ice right here. You're bending over this ice cube. Yes, there you go, good. So now, where am I? Now we're going to lift the hip on purpose, but hold our neutral line. So again, this is one of those places where a lot of us shift our ribs out. We're actually trying to hold them in place. If it helps you, do this one with a thumb on the ribs and fingers on the hip bones so you can tell if you're shifting your ribs, right? We're just going to hold it there. That's it. Good. Good. That's it. As you shift to the side and the hip lifts here, can you keep that knee reaching down? Can you pull it from the back of the thigh down instead of rotating it hard forward? And that might be the trick for you, Nara. All right, because then we're combining. So we're in our neutral tilt. Then we side bend there, trying to feel that ice cube come into the waist. Good. Back to neutral and up. Good. Hold on to your glute as you tilt. Bend. Neutral and up. Good. Robin, lift your throat up a little bit for me. There you go. That's it. Beautiful. That's elegant. Good. Same thing, Dave. You can think about it. Let your throat lift up a little. I think it's hard because your tail is sort of tucked on that one. Good. Last one. Last one. Oh, good. Phew. All right, and then you can come all the way over. What am I thinking? We get to come over. Stretch out again. If you push the heel of your hand away. Yeah. Yee. And then use that hand on the ground. You lift you with some energy. Whoop, to the other side. You can grab your shin. Some people like to grab their ankle on the front and then lengthen up. So you can see the first one I did, I was falling into it. No. Now I'm going to lift up and stretch, lengthen, right? There you go. Yes, good job. Nice. Good. All right. And that arm comes down. We're going to put both those hands on the ground. Step our feet back. You can be in a plank. You can be in a knee plank. We're doing 4 push-ups and then we'll roll up to a stand. So any way you want them. If you want the perfect push-up prep, you can do that as well. Remember, your tail has to lift. You're not dropping just your chest. Your pace. Go right ahead. And then after your last one, you'll press back and walk those hands into your feet. Good. Hands can be on legs for support. Spine minders, you want to get them there sooner than later, just so you get that low lumbar lifted a little bit, yeah? And then we'll drop through those. Sorry. Press those feet down, lift all the way up. Okay, good. Let's take a nice hug. Just hug. Pull your abs back like you're doing Martha Graham. Should open up between those shoulder blades. Good. Pull wide and then other arm on top. Big hug. Pull those abs back. Good. And then open up. Good. Spine twist. Push the walls apart. Back wall, front wall. Good. Lift the arms as you come to center. And other side. Back wall, front wall. Good. Lift. Okay, now check your pelvis. So I'm going to get my feet more square under me. You could be in Pilates stance. See if your hips can stay forward, both sides. Notice if one is tilting here. That's it. Good. And up. All right, swan dive. Push those hands out, tail up, boomerang arms back. Back, 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 back. Good. Then your head drops. Your spine doesn't. Just your head and your hands. And then round up. Swing those arms up like Victorious Valkyries. Good. Inhale, exhale one more time. Push back, right? Pushing those arms behind you. Tail up. Good. Spine stays up. Just the head, just the hands, and we round up. Good. Yes, good. Big V for victory. Dun dun. Good job. And let that come all the way down. Thank you, gang. Thanks for being here on this gorgeous sunny Wednesday. I'm assuming it's just another sunny day for you guys in Lisbon. You did. So, oh, good. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, if you're like me. Mm-hmm.